Welcome back to my $50,000 bankroll challenge. These are the rules and the bet spread that we talked about last week. I went over those numbers kind of since we're not halfway through, but we're well into this. This is session 19, I believe. Let me just double check that. Yep. So we played through 18. This is number 19. But anyway, the rules that I'm using along with this bet spread, I plug in all those numbers into Blackjack Apprenticeship's pro betting software. And that's where I get some of this EV, risk of ruin and things like that to come up with the bet spread, also to tell me how risky it is and how much I'll possibly make. So every single variable in there is important, you know, like it's a H17 game, resplit aces, all things like that. At your particular game, you also need betting software. If you don't have it, you're probably not doing this whole blackjack thing correctly. I would highly encourage you to get pro betting software, whether you use the link in the description for Blackjack Apprenticeships or something else. But make sure you're not just winging it. That will not work in the long run, okay? That said, this is gonna be session 19. I need to make a new line there. We've been kind of hovering right around 51, 52, and I think we're at 51, 9, 37, 50. So let me get that for you here. We have 5 orange for 50, and then another 10 black for 51. 1, 2, 3, 400. So 51, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 900 with some of these black and green. And then 51, 9, 25, 30, 35, 37, 50 with these chips here. All right, so like usual, I'm gonna get our cards shuffled up for us here. Playing 2 shoes of double deck today, and then I'll get right back at you. All right, these last little chunks can go right there in the middle. The dealer is going to ask you to cut the cards. So you can take it, and it does not matter where you cut this, okay, as you are as likely, unless you know how to shuffle track, but you are as likely to get a high count as you are a low count. So it's a nice fair shuffle that I did. Okay, I always like to, however, cut off right around half of a deck, because that's what our numbers are kind of calling for over there. So I'm doing my best to cut off to exactly 26 cards. Let's take a look at that. What do you think? I'm gonna say we are 2 cards short. I'm gonna say it's 24. Let's check it out. This is something you can do at home, by the way. So it's a good practice to always get you to kind of train your eye. I said 24, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. All right. So I've noticed kind of as this series has gone on, my room for error has gone down a little bit. There are some days where I'm off more than others, but usually within a card or two. That time I was perfect with 24. So again, highly encourage you to do that, especially put it in the discard tray. Maybe hold it how they would cut the cards, right? And especially in a 6-deck game, you know, they're cutting it when they hold them sort of horizontally like this on the table. All right, but anyway, that was 24. So I need to, our numbers call for 26. So I'm gonna put 2 more on there. And we got our cut card and the one in the middle. That's going to go there. We have our minimum bet, which is $25. And then I am going to put a burn card here that we'll check later to see if our count is correct. Otherwise, here come those casino type sounds. Ready, get set, let's count. All right, I'm gonna show you my count here in just a second, but let me count through this along with this, and the burn card should get us back to the opposite of what I have, because it's a balance count, right? It needs to count, get us back to 0. So let's see, we have 1 0 1 0 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 4 3 2 3 4 3 and 4, and then the burn card is 5. So this was +5, which means I need -5, and that is what I had. All right, so that means that our bets should have been correct as long as I was judging the discard tray correctly. Okay, had some positive variance there at the beginning, and then the count really dropped, and you saw how much or how many times the dealer was making their hand kind of in the middle and the end of that shoe. But pretty negative. It got to negative, I think, 10 at one point. So anyway, I'm going to shuffle it up one more time for us, and we're going to do one more shoe of double deck today. All right, this chunk's going to go right here in the middle. Again, we're going to cut the cards somewhere, and then I'm going to try to cut off again. I was a little bit thin last time with 24 cards, so I'll do it just a touch thicker, but we're not going to count it out this time. So there you can see the penetration if you want. All right, we got our minimum bets, we got our burn card, and here come those casino type sounds. Ready, get set, let's count. All right, I'm gonna show you my count in a second here. There was that hand at the beginning. There was a deviation, I think, where I either hit when I think I hit when I shouldn't have, and I took that back. So that's my fault. Sorry about that. Okay, anyway, this plus the burn card should get us to the opposites of what I have. We have 1, 0, D1, D2, D3, D2, D3, D4, D5, D4, D3, D4, D5, D6, D5, D6, D5, D4, D3, and D2. All right, so this is -2, which means I should have had +2, and I do. All right, so +2. So our bets were correct. Hopefully on those, it kind of got positive towards the end. We were able to raise to a true count of +2 on some of those end ones. Right, anyway, I'm going to count these up here, and then we're going to see just if we won or lost anything today. All right, so I think I got those in the right piles here for us. We still have our, excuse me, we still have our 50,000. And then these are in groups of 5 for the black, so that's gonna be 51,000. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600, 7, 8, 9, 52,000. Okay, and then this is much of red here. So it's 52,000 with all of this, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 37, 50. So 52,037.50, which if I put this on here for session 19, 52,037.50, we gained exactly $100. All right, so it's kind of funny how you can win and lose a couple hundred each time there, but you end up relatively close to where you started. But hey, we're up, so I'll take it. $100 win. Now, my session 20, I'll write that on here. That is going to be currently, it is on my Patreon right now as this video first comes out. So if you want to check it out right now, you can. The link to that's going to be in the description of this video. But otherwise, in about a week, it's also going to be here on YouTube. Okay, so anyway, until next time, remember, this is A1 Blackjack.